Alright, let's do this again. So, I think we might hear a bit of dialogue, but I don't think we'll see the cutscene again.
I don't know, it might do everything again.
Oh yeah, it will. Is there no way to skip cutscenes? It's not like it was really much of a cutscene. Ah, there it is.
I always knew.
Got it. Alright.
The spider seemed impossible to get into at the moment. Oh, but perhaps Bernie would know how to get to her sister. Even knew...
Come on, we've got to find him.
Oh, yes, yes. Time was of the essence. I was done anyway.
Look up. I think there's a lot of those pots sitting around.
Maybe?
Yeah, up to the left, I think. Or, yeah.
There's one there.
Mm-hmm, that's it.
I don't see any others, though. Really throws me off in this game that I can't jump. Any game that I can't jump in, it just feels strange. Like, it doesn't need it, but it feels like it needs it. You know?
Oh, look at those guys.
They look pretty sick.
Freedom was a district tearing itself apart in a three-way civil war. A murdered father. 3 siblings, each suspecting the other of the deed. And a giant battle droid, given to each by the Queen to settle the matter.
So they're having a turn-based mech battle.
Your house of cards will never fall down when you've built it with Manny's help.
You know, that actually sounds pretty cool, frankly.
Hmm?
I mean,
Oh, hello.
a terrible idea.
You've made it to 3 Town, have you? Be careful here. Those triplets don't mess around. But then again, that just gives you 3 good reasons to buy some cards, eh?
Don't deliberate too hard.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Moneydex, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. But now we're both here, and that means one thing. Let's trade cards!
But how did you manage to get out of Two Town?
Let me answer that question with a question. Who could possibly dwell on the past when we've got cards in the present? So, let's trade, shall we?
I just realized he's got a hole in the top of his bureau thing.
Mm-hmm. For a hat?
For his hat. Ooh.
Yeah, because I thought that only a dice wielder could venture between, unless they were specifically taken by the Queen.
Ooh. Cheats. Let's buy cheats. Ooh.
But then again, I suppose it's just the trope of the merchant.
Yeah.
They just pop up everywhere and you go, wait a minute, merchant. How did you make it here?
What are you buying?
I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are.
Protect the king.
This bell belonged to my family, don't you know? It still does, I suppose.
Looks... Oh.
Just pick one. This game's full illusion of choice. Why dilly-dally on a character?
It looks like it's seen better days.
It has. I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are.
What? Okay.
That must be nice for you.
I suppose it is. I don't know any other way to live, you understand. It belonged to the triplets, and before then it belonged to the Lord or King of Freedom, before his murder.
You knew the king? You know the triplets?
Just so. But I'm a distant relative, far enough to stand outside the daily battles and to not choose a side. You know, I have another distant relative, a cousin of mine, that I haven't heard from in some time. Not since this cursed Civil War started. Last I heard, she was in the Duke's garden, playing nobility, eating cakes, I suppose. If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her, that's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life. And it would do my heart good to know that she knows I do miss her. But it's too dangerous for me to go stumbling around a battlefield. Please excuse me.
Find Greta Ringer.
Yeah, I did get it.
Find them. Let
Aren't you gonna
none
go to the
who
bell?
Attack the king. Let none of them.
I really wish hitting that would actually do a thing. Game looks like nightmare fuel. I love it already. It's great. It's like somebody decided to just watch Nightmare Before Christmas and every other Tim Burton movie for a while, and then use that as kind of a model for the character. It didn't ring. Alright.
Really? Did you press A on it?
Yeah, I did. Maybe I was too close. I'll try again.
Because the A showed up.
No, nothing.
Really?
Weird.
Oh.
I'd actually love to see, oh shoot, the Coraline people
Fascinating.
do art direction for a game at some point. I think that would be really interesting. Or like just the concept art, but using their modeling skills.
Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette. Do you have a moment?
Ruth von Vort. Sure, I do.
Splendid, splendid. I have only one question. Who do you think started this war, turning our lord, their father's castle, into a battlefield? Surely you know the story of the three siblings.
I mean, we do know the story, though.
We know the story, but we don't know their names or what
fine.
they
Let's
each
pretend I
represent.
don't.
Oh, what fun. Yes, let's. So, since you're hearing this for the first time, let me tell you about the three siblings involved. There's the paranoid Count up in High Bet Haven to the west. The soft and coddled Duke living in Fogwash Garden to the north. And the duty-bound and tough-as-heck Baroness living out east on Wildcard Hill. Who do you think did it? Who do you think killed their father and started this bloody civil war?
The paranoid Count, the fancy Duke, the tough-as-heck Baroness.
I'd say all or none.
Yeah, I think it would be an all or none. Do you think it would be a situation where the queen killed him so there wouldn't be another monarch?
Maybe,
and
yeah.
then just
I feel like
got
it's
them all
either
in
the queen
perpetual
did
fight?
it or they all did it.
Or it's one of those crazy situations where they each had a method to kill him, and either all or none actually worked on him. But it
Yeah,
was
so
something
one
else.
was poisoning him, then one beheaded him, and then the last one had shot an arrow just as he got beheaded, or like stabbed in the back. I don't know. Let's say all of them.
That's
All of
the
them.
sort of opinion that'll make nobody like you. My word, what an opinion indeed.
Bah! Call me crazy. I've got half a mind to what was I
Nishka.
talking? The attack has begun. The king must be saved.
I like how the bird is outside the cage.
Well, and also on some hair,
Yep.
I assume?
Yep, that's a cute bird thing, whatever it is.
The Witch King. I thought he was killed.
What? Identify yourself, stranger.
I'm even. I would say, what's your name for the bottom one? I'm even. What's your name?
I am Nishka, and I used to protect somebody important, I think. A ruler, maybe? Before the war.
I like how she has a peg hand. And a triple mace. Or triple morning star.
The king you mentioned. Is that who you used to protect?
Oh, even, you sweet child. You can't keep clinging to the past. The king's dead and gone now for years, don't you remember?
Right. Well, Nishka... Wait. I don't know. Maybe we should do the bottom one. I don't, Nishka.
How did you know my name?
I'm just gonna cycle through these. Lucky guess.
Really? Lucky guess?
About what? What were you guessing about? The king! Protect the king from danger!
Oh.
I am starting to wonder if...
Oh boy,
Nope.
I can't wait to get back home.
There's Bernie.
But I can't get back home without knowing the way. Or can I? Oh, hey, mister. Do you know the way to one... oh, wow. You want a hug? Okay. Ooh, wow, it's pretty cold in here and dark, too.
Did something eat him?
Shadowman, maybe? I am starting to wonder if it's actually worth talking to most of these NPCs. They kind of just blather. Have you noticed that?
They might be pertinent later.
I don't know. So far, no.
Some of them might have quests, though.
Yeah, I mean, if they have a quest, I'll gladly talk to them, but a lot of the other NPCs just say nothing. Like, sometimes I feel like dialogue in games is just written to keep you around longer. There we go. I really wish the map would show me
Well, it's
exactly
also used
where I am.
for lore. Aren't you going to talk to that guy?
Yeah.
Because he actually has an A when you pass him.
Yeah.
Have you seen my friend Bernard?
Oh, wrong one.
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing.
That's Bernie. Did you see where he went?
Can't say I did, unfortunately. But you'd better find him quick, before the Shadowman does.
The Shadowman. Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell me about the Shadowman?
Everyone knows about the Shadowman, child. Especially children out all alone.
Hey, thank you, Voice Acting Ninja, for the 100 bits. Here's some bits from your new best buddy. Keep on the lookout for those pips. Sincerely, Lucas. Schoonman? Probably? Voice of Seymour.
Voice of Seymour?
Ah, thanks for dropping by.
Oh.
You did an absolutely wonderful job with it, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was great.
Okay, right. This is the map. I am not entirely sure. Because there's a dead end I want to be looking for that has something interesting in it, but I don't know where the dead end is. Oh, I'll just keep an eye out. Unless it was this? No, not yet. Yes, maybe.
Yeah, so the Shadow Man. He's the one that... He was inkled at the very beginning as one of those children's tales that the mother would tell to her daughters.
And speaking of voice acting, though, I gotta say this game, with the exception of... What was the one character whose voice made us, like, actually feel pain in sympathy for?
What do you mean by in sympathy for?
Wasn't there a character...
I think it was, It was that one rat lady who you could tell how much you had to rasp.
That was it. Yeah, all of the voice acting for this game has been downright incredible. But some of my, like one or two of them, I was just like, oh no, that must be so hard on your voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was the game I was playing recently? I was playing Ultra Age, and the voice acting was just like... Oh, I see. There we go. But... Oh, snuff out the lights.
Even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
By snuffing out the lights, you're probably summoning the Shadow Man?
Yeah, probably making it more likely...
Come on, Dicey! Let's go!
More likely for him to find us? Question mark? I don't know.
Yeah. I got a confirmation today that my second video game trailer was approved.
Hey!
So...
This is the third Zoink game I've had the pleasure to work on, after Flipping Death and Zombie Vikings. I didn't even realize this was a Zoink game up until, like a little bit ago. These are the people that made Faye, as well, I believe.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah. So,
Fey?
you know how we were
It's-
super
I don't
down
know
with
if it's
the
Fey or
ambiance
Fey.
of that one. Yeah, it's Fey or Fey or Fey.
It's just F-E.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, they've done an absolutely bang-up job picking voice actors for this one. Every character sounded on point and then some. It's Fey. Got it. I don't think that really had much for voice acting. Maybe it did.
It had a bunch of those little creatures going.
It had noises, you're right. Ta-da. Aha! Really secret fish pot in there.
Which makes me wonder. Oh, man.
Blue.
Are you the Shadowman?
I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one?
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe that I'm stuck?
Let him out!
He has a zipper. Yeah, I remember that from the original illustrations. Okay. Well, what are you?
Haven't you heard the big times toys? I'm what goes bump in the night. I'm what comes for children when they roam a little too far from home. This is what I do. What I used to do anyway. Before this silly war.
Huh.
Yeah.
This is the narrator, by the way.
Well, the other thing too with Royam,
Yeah.
I love all of the different effects that they have
Yeah.
layered because you can really feel all
You
those
can feel
vibrations.
it. I am very glad I don't have my bone conduction headphones on anymore, though. Because that just gave me shivers, and I knew if that was vibrating through my skull, I'd be, like, extra uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You think I'm afraid of you? Because I'm not.
That may be true. But there is another truth.
Oh, the whole resorting to violence already? I'd probably just ask the question, what's that?
That if you're not afraid now, you'll soon learn to be.
Let Bernard go.
He's mine now. I won't be letting him go. I believe you'd call that leverage.
Release him now. This is literal kidnapping.
You'd think you'd know not to insult someone who's holding all the cards. Or in this case, children. Besides, you don't have what I need.
Skip the pleasantries. What will you trade for Bernie?
Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing you can bring me.
Which one would you want to go with? I'm tougher than I look.
That remains to be seen. But perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the triplets' war to end.
No offense, but you don't strike me as the peace and flowers type.
Oh, I'm not. I'm the creature that moves in the dark type. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadowman anymore. Life is the greater horror. And they have overindulged, forgotten me. If you want me to give you Bernard, then I want you to change that.
Wow, so he liked being the only thing that terrorized people in peacetime.
Yeah, because he's lost all his power now.
Mm-hmm. You want me to end this war? How?
I don't care how. I don't care about anything even. Except being feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder.
Probably the latter one. At this point, there are so many people
Yeah,
that
it's like,
know
why
that
even
he's a
deny it? It's like, yep, that I am.
How do you know this is a dice?
I've been around for centuries even. I know more than your mortal world has forgotten. You alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out, or you will never see your precious Bernard or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again.
It's interesting about the sister, though.
Yeah, okay.
But I suppose he knows about... I really love that line of, I know more than what your mortal world has forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
That was a cool one.
Yeah, the writing on this game is solid.
Mm-hmm. How do you know about Odd?
For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders, and my hunger won't be held at bay forever.
To save Bernard from the wretched Shadowman, even had to end Threedom's civil war. It was a hard task, an impossible task, but she wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
Yes, now we will have to talk with all the locals. What is that perplexed look on your face?
Did I go down here? Yeah, I did. I did? I did.
That looks like you've potentially been on that button before.
Save him! Save the king before...
Wait, did you have that button before?
Yeah, we did. That's what turned the light off.
Oh.
Huh. So the head writer for this is Ryan North, who wrote Adventure Time. Oh!
Ah.
Wrote for Adventure Time and the official Squirrel Girl comics. I never read the Squirrel Girl comics. I should have. Unfortunately for me with Marvel, I tend to just, like, sub to the online archives once a year for a month. Or maybe once every couple of years for a month, and then I just lose myself in as many comics as I can read before I get sick of it.
Much of what I've read of Marvel were from the 70s. Because that was what my father had in his collection. But then again, his best friend from high school inked those comics, so...
Yeah.
It was one of those things where he just got a lot of copies of them.
Time to talk to Nishka again, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
You, I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we? Well, something happened.
No, we're not going to accuse Nishka of that. Did one of the triplets murder the king?
There were sounds from his chambers. Was someone with him? I was his bodyguard, and I ran to look, and he was supposed to be sleeping, but... I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. Hello? Do I know you?
Should we ask about the triplets? I think we should ask more about the triplets. I'd like to ask you about the triplets.
The children of the king! Such beautiful babies. They grew up into such wonderful young men and women. The Duke, the Baroness, and the Count. Such a gift. The entire royal court was so... The court was so... I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't remember.
Tell me about the Count.
He's paranoid, capricious, and fearful. But his heart's in the right place. He once accused me of trying to assassinate him just because I tried to get him to finish his vegetables. We all had a lovely laugh about it later. Or at least, I think we did.
Tell me about the Baroness.
She's tough as nails. Tough as cannons, really. Duty-bound and haughty, but she can back it up. And woe be to those who cross her. She once aimed a cannon at me to stop me from giving her a bath. The only thing that impresses her is war.
It sounds like Nishka did more than just be a bodyguard. Looks like she was also their caretaker.
Yep.
Tell me about the Duke.
I wouldn't call him a glutton for life, more of a bon vivant. He loves all the finer things. He's baroque, decadent, you might say spoiled, but I'd say he's really more cultured. He once told me his goal was to eat every animal in the kingdom, all in one single dish. He achieved it a week later, and said the dish was as delicious as it was disappointing.
I'd like to talk about something else, please.
Oh, that's very nice. You're a nice young lady.
It's interesting, the whole, can you tell me more about the
It just brings you back to the
triplets?
previous
I
dialogue.
see. Can you remember something that would help stop this war?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember things as well as I used to. I have moments where I can see things so clearly, and then poof. But there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects for me? One for each triplet. That could bring it all back. Oh, and if you could find the murder weapon that killed the king, I could remember that too. I feel certain of it.
Yeah, how do we convince them to give them objects?
Yeah.
How can I convince the triplets to give me all 4 things?
I'm sorry, find what? What were we talking about? Oh, if only I could remember.
4 objects is a lot to find. No, I don't know about that. It's all I have to go on, or return with you the 4 things. I don't know. I think the first one would just end the conversation.
Probably. Yeah.
Yep.
I think both will.
I'll return to you with those 4 things, Nishka. All right.
Once again, I think this game is... Whoa.
That platform reminds me. I'm supposed to warn travelers about something. I'm supposed to say something very, very important. Oh well, it's probably fine, and we should all stop worrying about it.
Come on, Dicey, let's go!
See.
Down for the count. The count's item. Duke it out. The Duke's item.
I like how the head pops up.
Robber Baroness, the Baroness item.
Well, we should probably go find the Duke first.
Oh. Who's that with the bucket on their head?
Seeing the ease at which Dicey affected the world, even was surprised to find herself feeling a little bit frightened of him. How could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed power? And now, even suddenly felt like she had the world on her shoulders. Could she solve the mystery of the king's murder?
Not gonna lie, it'd be mildly tempting to just...
The Count! Ladies and gentlemen, the Count has won the road!
It'd be kind of tempting to stand there and just throw the dice a couple of times until they've all just smashed each other. And then I roll in for the rest. But then, flip side, there's probably a lot more damage that would be done. The city itself.
Mm-hmm. And I wonder how long they've been warring, too.
The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's Dark Dice. But everything else... Hi there. I'm Tea Time Tootsie. I used to be our late King's master planner.
Tea Time Tootsie. I'm not... We shouldn't...
Yeah.
We shouldn't call her out on that name. Aw. Who's your boss now, since the king is gone?
The Nanny Fortuna, of course. When you're this good, it'd be a crime not to share your skills with the world. Literally. Every day I watch the battles and come up with the most thrilling stratagems for the next day. The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's Dark Dice, but everything else I know.
I don't know. I think the second one's interesting. Predicting the chaos. Well, we could ask about the secret, though.
Yeah.
What's your secret?
Observation, my dear girl, which leads to knowledge. Knowledge, to coin a phrase, is power. I just invented that saying right now. Here, let me give you an example. Every day the dice is rolled, and every day one of the colossuses moves.
I noticed.
Everyone noticed. But what everyone else has failed to notice is how the winning Colossus brings most of the robots he commands with it, and that leaves the area behind safer to traverse. Do any of the triples use this information? Perhaps attacking from behind on the day the dice favors them? No. Only I see it.
So, are we choosing one to favor there?
Maybe. I'm going to favor the Duke since the voice actor for the Duke is hanging out.
That sounds too aggressive for the Duke. You don't work for him, do you?
By the order of Nanny Fortuna, I am not to work for either of them. Although I would be interested in learning more about the triplets for observational purposes only. Tell you what, if you meet them, come back here and describe them to me. There'd be a reward in it for you.
I'll return with descriptions. Take care, Tea Time. Ah, this is the one who scrambled down the street.
Unlike the Baroness, you're too soft to cross the battlefield alone. I will escort you, little one, but only to places you have safely traveled before. You're not ready for anything else. Now then, where are we going?
So, you want to go to the sword
Let's
bridges?
stay here for a second. There's some stuff.
Okay.
I see you like wasting my time. Well, it's not like I'm doing much with it besides standing here. As you were.
Yeah.
Oh,
We got some fish pots to break.
Fish?
They're only
There
worth
they
a
are.
ton of pop, but you know, it's worth a decent chunk all the same.
It's nice to get some money from it.
Duke's Domain, Constar Domain, Sword Bridge is I don't remember the...
Oh, up on the left. There's one fish.
Fish?
Left.
Fish?
Yes, there.
Fish. Didn't see its eye.